Now that it's 2014, Washington is obsessed on the midterms. Folks are saying that with my sagging poll numbers, my fellow Democrats don't really want me campaigning with them. And I don't think that's true, although I did notice the other day that Sasha needed a speaker at Career Day and she invited Bill Clinton.
Ouch. That gets personal. President Obama poking fun at himself at his low polling numbers at the White House Correspondents' Dinner Saturday night. As if on cue, a new USA Today Pew poll is out today, spelling out more trouble for the president and Democrats leading up to the midterms. So joining me now for our Daily Fix, Susan Page, Washington Bureau Chief of USA Today, and Julie Pace, White House Correspondent for the Associated Press. Welcome, both of you. Susan, first to you and the significance of this Pew poll, because it shows really record-breaking bad numbers in terms of heading towards the midterms and party identification.
You know, we asked who would you vote for today, and by 4 percentage points, registered voters said they'd vote for the Republican. That doesn't sound like much, but that is the biggest margin Republicans have held at this point in a midterm election year in at least 20 years. It's bigger than in election years where they won big in 1994 and 2010. So it's not, you know, long to 6 months to go to election day, a long time in politics. But right now the landscape is really tilted to help the Republicans.
And there's also, Julie, a real trend away from the president in the same Pew poll asking among voters what kind of presidential policies they want in 2016. And by 65-35 or 65-30, Americans say that they want a president elected in 2016 to pursue different policies than this president.
Yeah, and that's a really troubling number for the White House because it basically leaves them in this position where they have about 2.5 years left to go, and they're already seeing that the country wants to move in a different direction. You know, how do you move forward there? There had been some thinking with the president's personal poll numbers that after he got through last year, after the health care law had a recovery and signed more people up, that maybe he would start to see his numbers move in a more positive direction. That hasn't happened, and I think the question for them will be whether where he is now is where he stays through the end of his presidency or whether he can get a bump at any point.